Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I feel like I've briefly mentioned this how I can't have hatred in my heart towards anybody. Like it's just one of those things where I am going to meet people, and at the end of the day, there might be some positives, there might be some negatives, but overall, I would have to say that I can't say, I'm trying to think, like, maybe when I was a kid, but I felt like, you're a kid, you got a fresh mind, like, you don't really know how the brain works, like, all the way and stuff. Like, as you get older and you develop a little bit more, then you're like, oh, okay, hate is pointless. Like, no, that's just something where as I got older, I realized that you waste more time hating on somebody than you will be like happy for somebody or proud of somebody. Like you could be happy and proud of somebody and it'll be like be there for a few minutes, but it's like something that you'll remember and you're not gonna stress yourself out about it. Like let's say for an example, you have a friend that graduates from college or something. You're gonna be happy about that. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, oh man, like congrats, like I'm happy for you. It's like it'll be a situation if you go to their graduation ceremony, then it's like y'all is there celebrating and stuff. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like I would look forward to that before it'll be some stuff where it's like I hate the fact that they graduated college. What sense does that even make? Like honestly though, sit down and think about that. That person's doing something good for themselves and you hate it. How is that? How my thing is this, how do you go about your day-to-day life carrying on like that? Like it's something where I feel that people need to understand, like, you're not going to go anywhere in life hating on people. And even if it is like it could even be a situation where you're positive towards everybody in your whole life and you might not make it to where you want to make it at, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like you gotta like I guess work towards that stuff. Like I guess like people look at it that way. They're all like, wow, well I am happy for everybody and I still ain't made it nowhere and stuff. It's like, yeah, you just gotta work harder. You can't just be sitting around thinking like, oh, because I'm congratulating and being happy for everybody, like, oh, it's just out of nowhere, just some magic's gonna happen, and then some good stuff's gonna happen to me. It's like, nah, it don't work like that. It's like you gotta have it in your heart to be happy for somebody. Like you gotta have a genuine smile. Like that's one thing that I'll see myself doing is well, I find myself doing it, not so much as see myself doing it, but anyways, like, no, if I see something happy on like social media, like it'll be, I'm trying to think of like a video or a scenario, but it'll just be of something where I'm like, I find myself smiling at that video. That's something where it's like, I can't say that I've done that too often, but it ain't like oh, I find the video funny smile, but like, no, it genuinely brings a smile to my face. Like I can't look at that video and be like, oh, I'm mad now. Oh, I gotta hate on this video. I gotta hate on the people in the video. No, it's just pointless and stuff. And I know people will probably look at this or hear this podcast and be thinking I'm trying to talk about like drama that I've been in. Nah, it ain't even about that. I'll try to make it not about like the drama that I've been in and stuff, but although I'm like I could make some good points, but I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna challenge myself not to talk about my past dramas and just keep this episode fresh and stuff. But no, it's like it's something where what was I? No, actually, you know what it was? How I came up with this episode idea. So there's that whole situation with the rapper Fulio and then the guy that he's beefing with, Youngin Ace. I think that's how you say his name. I think that's how you say his name. Youngin Ace. All right. So yeah, but anyway, so for those that don't know that situation, Youngin Ace and Fulio, they have beef with one another. And yeah, friends on both sides, friends and maybe family. I think Young and Ace, yeah, he lost some family behind this beef. I don't know if Fulio, if he lost any family behind. He probably did. It's just, stuff like that is hard to follow. But anyways, recently, Fulio was shot and killed. And then I think moments after he was shot and killed, Young and Ace had dropped a diss track on him. And, I'm seeing that, and it's something where it's like, I see it, and it's just, man, I'm literally in the same age group as these guys, so it's like, I really can't give them too much advice, because it's like, they're their own man. It's like, they're gonna do what they want to do. If they feel that they need to drop a diss track on this guy, that's their choice. I ain't got no say-so in that, but I guess if they're is a person, that, they just need some sort of guidance, and they know that situation, and they think that's how you're supposed to go about life. No, you should, like, the thing is this. At the end of the day, like, if I don't know how that whole situation started between them two, but at the end of the day, people are gonna face their karma, and I can't look at it where it's like, cause I guess, like, at the end, I didn't really want to bring in my drama and my, like, the people I beef with and things, but if something were to happen to the people that I was beefing with, I'm not gonna drop a diss video or a diss track or something on them and stuff. There ain't no reason for that, it's like, I'm bigger than that, I'm better than that, it's like, I'm an adult, like, I'm not no child, and I felt like that there's children that wouldn't even do some stuff like that, and it's like, no, it's like, my thing is like, when you see somebody go out the way Fulio did, and it's like, and this man, he was shot and killed, but it's like, when you see his car, you can't help it but feel bad for that person, and then there's a photo leaking around of him, like, of the aftermath and things, and I definitely don't recommend. I don't know, I want to say that the photo is fake, but, I mean, it very well could be real, man. I don't know, but anyways, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I can't see stuff like that and then be like, or even if it's on some stuff where it's like, it's somebody that I'm beefing with, I can't be involved in stuff like that and be happy. It's like, it's a bad happiness. It's like, it's not a good happiness. It's not something where it's like, cause my thing is this, I would rather for somebody to lose, instead of somebody losing their life, me and this individual, we sit down, we talk like grown men. We're not on let's throw shots at each other. Let's do this. Let's do that. No, we start fresh. We have a conversation. We talk about life. We talk about whatever. We move on. All right, because, no, the thing is, like, I remember watching the Bob Marley biopic movie. Good movie, by the way. And I don't know if it was overall true or not. One scene for sure did happen, but the second scene, like, the aftermath of the first scene and stuff, I don't know if that had happened. I'll talk on them two scenes in a moment and stuff, but yeah, it's a good movie. I definitely recommend you guys go watch that movie. I watched that movie a couple of times, and I'm like, yeah, I like this. I'm like, I really didn't know too much about Bob Marley, but it's like, when you hear this man's messages, when you see this man, you can't help it but feel positive after, just listening to his music, hearing his speeches and interviews and all that stuff, like, quotes and things. But so there was a situation with Bob Marley where I think everybody knows, like, okay, a biopic movie is gonna be based on true story. I don't know if y'all is following me or not, but anyways, but no, they did show in the movie when him, his wife, and his friends and maybe family, I don't know. I don't know everybody that was involved in the situation, but they were attacked. They were attacked on some political things, I believe, when I read into it. And they were shot. Nobody died, thank God, and stuff. But Bob Marley was shot. His friends were shot. His wife was shot. Maybe family, I don't know. But no, what was crazy at the end of the movie, the guy that had shot Bob Marley, he like showed up at Bob Marley's house asking for forgiveness and stuff, and Bob Marley forgave him. Like, he wasn't holding no grudge or nothing. And it was like, and I thought that was a moving scene. I thought that was something where it's like, this man almost took your life, and you're, like, you're cool. Like, well, he might not be cool with him, but overall, like, he did, accept his apology, and he forgave him and all that stuff. And it's one of those things where it's like, you see stuff like that, and I'm like, more people need to, for one, watch that movie. And I'm pretty sure that there's 100 million situations like that exist. But they need to watch that movie. They need to follow that path. They need to do more things like that, where you can forgive somebody. And that's why I'm doing this episode, where it's all like, I just want to let people know. People may think that I have hatred in my heart towards others. They, and it's something where I'm like, nah, I don't. It's like, I can't live my life. I can't be in my 40s, 50s, elderly ages and stuff. I don't even want to be in that stage now, but I definitely don't want to be in that stage where I hate people. And it's like, and it's something where people may think that I hate them, and it's like, if it's, again, don't really want to talk on my past dramas and beefs and all that stuff, but I guess, like, yeah, talking on the people that I have had issues with and stuff, they may think that I hate them, but it's like, I really don't. It's something where it's all like, hey, we grew up in two different parts of the world. You learned some things that I learned some things you didn't learn. And yeah, it's just something where, we gotta like look at this and be like, okay, what is this going to cost us at the end of all of this? Is it gonna cost us our lives? Is it gonna cost us our career? Is it gonna cost, like, it's going to cost us something that we care deeply about. And I'm not trying to be in no situation where I'm stuck in something like that. I'm like, nah, man, it's just, I ain't got that type of time. And I feel like that there will be people out there that'll have like a hatred on me or somebody, whatever the situation is. But it's like, you shouldn't even be carrying that in your heart. Like, talking to somebody that does carry hatred in your heart, like, you see somebody and you just flat out hate them. I'm like, look, bruh, I didn't have people that crossed some lines before. Actually, to talk on the very first drama that I got into, a line was crossed. A line was crossed where I did get upset. But the thing is this though, and I had to say that was probably the best part of that drama, was that me and the individual, we put that stuff behind us. I remember when we were dealing with this the Glenn kid that I was talking on not too long ago, the stalker kid. No, we were dealing with him, and I remember we talked. And we were like, just talking about like, yeah, it's just really unfortunate that we got to deal with this guy thing. But we put the past behind us. We ended up, I remember I was over at, it was this restaurant called Black Angus. And we were just tweeting each other, like, saying like, it was either tweeting or messaging. I can't remember. But anyways, I was all like, he was all like, hey, like, let's just put that past, put that stuff behind us back in the past and things. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, cool. Either I said that or he said that, but I just remember at some point in time it was brought up that it's like, we just got to put that drama behind us. But at one point in time, I was all like, if there was anybody that I was going to hate, it was going to be that guy in his audience. And it was something where I was like, and even after that, like, yeah, there are people that cross lines, but I'm like, hey, you know what? Like I said, it's like, you grew up in a different part of the world. Stuff like that may be normal to you, but it's like, you also have to understand that it's like, the things that you do, you may look at it as normal, but it's like, as soon as somebody, you have to understand that karma, I speak highly of karma. I'm like, you're talking on it just in this episode, but I speak highly of karma, because karma is a real thing. You do something to somebody, right? And the thing that the individual, like, I ain't gonna say no names, but there was an individual within that community of the first, drama that I got into, where, they crossed the line and they did something that I was all like, you know what? I'm like, you guys, like, it's something where I'm like, y'all need to back off, because you getting into an uncharted territory that you don't even need to be getting into. It's like, y'all really want to see a side of me? I'll show you that side. But I'm like, nah. I'm at a point, I feel like people hear this and they're like, oh, I gotta see that side of TMossBoss. Nah, that side of me gone, dead. Like, I ain't got time to be having that type of energy, because it's wasteful, So, but no, the thing is this: you do something to somebody, all right, and it puts them in a state where they're upset. They're now out of character. They're not the person that they are in the majority of the time, like, throughout the day and things. They're a completely different person. They on some like villainous stuff, right? And you caused this. You done did something to get them to that point. What do you think is going to happen to you at the end of all of that? You may be thinking like, oh, okay, somebody's going to do the same exact thing to me, and I'm not going to trip about it. Karma don't work like that. People probably thought at one point in time karma worked like, okay, if you get, like, somebody punches you, then it's like you get punched back. You can take that punch. You're like, no, karma don't work like that. You punch somebody. My thing is this is how karma works. You punch somebody like else in your circle, and that's something that you're gonna have to live with. That's something that you're gonna have to be traumatized with. That somebody that you deeply care about in your circle is gonna have to face them consequences. The reason I know people are gonna be thinking like, oh, okay, it's it's like it's a fictional TV show that's that's not real, but I'm like, stuff like this has happened in real life. I'm like, talking on rap drama and stuff. There have been times where rappers would diss another rapper, and then somebody in that rapper's entourage will kill that other rapper's friend, and then they got to see that stuff. They're traumatized by that stuff. I say that because I think it was the one guy that King Von had fought the night he died, and it was somebody that he cared about that that was, now I don't think they were involved in his drama, I don't know, but overall they ended up facing that karma. And it was one of the guys, dang, what was that guy's name? Quando, I think it was Quando Rondo. Hold on for a second. King Von. I feel like I need to look up King Von's name and then, sadly go to his death thing. But Quando Rondo, okay, yeah. But no, yeah, Quando Rondo, he got into some drama, and then next, I don't know if it was because of the King Von stuff or what, but anyways, one of his friends ended up being killed in the aftermath of all that stuff. And it's something where it's like, I'm pretty sure he's looking at it like, dang, I really wish that I could have just turned back. And that's the messed up part about it. It's like, karma will stop when it feels that it needs to stop. Like when people are like, okay, this individual has been through enough, let's just go ahead and stop. But that's overall how stuff is. But no, actually talking on the TV show that I wanted to talk on, and I'm like, I know people are gonna be like taking it as a joke, laughing about it and all that stuff. But anyways, The Walking Dead. Okay, now just bear with me on what I'm talking about. Now remember that episode when Negan had very first showed up and he had them guys all lined up, and it was Rick's call to go around and start killing Negan's group, and they were being all cocky, all like, look, we ain't even gonna be worried about you guys, like, we good, we chilling, like, we just gonna go ahead, take Maggie to Hilltop, figure out why she's sick, bro. When I tell you guys I'm an avid Walking Dead fan, I mean, like, I done got the video games, I done got done watch the TV shows, I think all I just need to do is just get some merch, get a couple of pictures, autograph, and all that stuff. But anyways, jokes aside though, talking back on this show, but for those that hadn't seen the show, I'm gonna explain the show to you. So anyways, there's this man named Negan. He had this big giant group. There's this man named Rick. He has a group. I ain't gonna say it's a big old giant group, but he has a group. They're like, I had to say, like, Negan's group was like an army. Rick's group was like the Navy SEALs or something, like a small group, but they can handle their own and stuff. So anyways, Rick was getting ready. So there's another character on the show named Maggie. She was pregnant, but she was sick. So they were taking her to this area called Hilltop because they had like medicine and so I think a doctor and stuff. So anyways, they were taking her there. They ended up coming across Negan's group. They tried to find like a way to get around Negan's group, but he had the whole area surrounded there, so there was literally nowhere for them to go. They tried to go forward, trees blocking the road. They tried to go backwards, trees blocking the road. So I think they tried to cut down the middle, and that's where they met up with Negan. Negan already had a couple of did he have a couple? I think he did have like a couple of Rick's guys, because I think Daryl was one of them, and I think Daryl got shot. Wait, was it with a gun or with I gotta go back and watch that episode again. But anyways, so long story short, overall, Negan had these guys lined up. Like, he had them surrounded, he had them lined up. There was literally nowhere to go. Rick, at this point in time, it started hitting him that he is in a vulnerable state. He literally cannot do nothing. These guys can all draw guns on them, line them up, shoot and kill them. Nobody won't know about them. Like, they would literally be dead out in those woods. All right. So anyways, but Rick was making the calls. Rick was calling the shots. Like, he was telling these guys, yes, kill them dudes, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, Negan, he pretty much said, you gotta pay. There ain't no getting out of this. You or somebody has to pay. Rick, obviously the leader, he don't want to get taken out, But anyways, so Negan, he had this bat. The bat's name was Lucille. It was named after, I believe it was his wife. It had like this barbed wire at the end of it. So he played eeny, meeny, miny, mo with Rick's group. He got down to Abraham, beat Abraham across the head, and then at that point, that's when they was all like, no, this man's sick. He is crazy. He's in there beating people in the head. He ain't just giving them a quick execution. No, he's just straight like literally making them suffer. Okay, and then Daryl, I guess cause no, that's what it was. Maggie, the woman that was pregnant, she was like, I think it was her. I think it was her where Negan was like, to just put you out of your misery and stuff. And then Glenn, her husband, he was all like, he was gonna stand up and try to like do, defend her, of course, and things. That's his wife. So Negan was all like, that'll never happen again. Y'all better not get back up. You better not do nothing. Daryl got up, punched him in the face. And then he was like, what did I just say? I just said that you guys can't be doing stuff like that. So I gotta tell you, he pretty much was like saying, I'm gonna take out another person, turned, looked at Glenn, killed him. Did him the same way he did. I think Glenn's death was a little bit worse on The Walking Dead than Abraham's. They both died the same way, but I feel like Glenn was just a little bit too much, But yeah, he beat Glenn across the head with a bat. Glenn, he did say like his final few words and stuff was all like, Maggie, I'll find you. It was sad. It was one of those things. I was watching that episode and it had me shaking. I thought I was with those guys. I was like, bro, what is going on right now? But that's the thing though. It's like, and yeah, even though Negan's group was bad, it's like, look, the thing is this, you can be a good person and do something bad. Karma is going to make its way around you. And it's like, and even if it would have been on some stuff, Negan, he did get his own, he was messing up, he was cutting up, and then eventually he ended up losing his whole army, and this man, right now, he is currently in a vulnerable state, alright? So, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you can't do things to people and then think that, karma ain't gonna make its way around you and stuff. So that's what I'm like, bro, I ain't got time to be hating on people, I ain't got time to be doing things to people. I'm like, them days is gone, long and done over with. I'm like, I am focused on myself, myself, and I, alright? So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.